Warning: the following video might contain some elements that may not be suitable for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Toy Story is one of the greatest movie series in the world. I love it growing up. I love Pixar movies since I was a kid. However, there's something that I've been benefited from that I think I might feel comfortable telling you. I was browsing the web, watching YouTube videos, and looking on Google images of Toy Story, etc. until I got a mail notification on my laptop saying I got an email from Pixar. As I opened that email, it said, Dear biggest Toy Story fan in Australia, we have found a very dark, deleted scene of Toy Story 2. A former Pixar animator was fired for adding this in a film for children and his taste in horror films, so we dropped it out and replaced it with a better one for children. Only watch this at your own risk. The Pixar team. Oh. I was very surprised and confused. How did they even know me? How was there a deleted draft of Toy Story 2? But I accepted the email anyway. The file name was Toy Story 2 Woody's Nightmare beta.mov. So it was a deleted version of Woody's Nightmare from Toy Story 2. Huh? I used to be scared of that scene when I was little, I thought. I opened the file and it had a message before the video started. This deleted scene of Toy Story 2 has been changed and will never be seen by the public. This disturbing clip is not for the faint-hearted. Viewer discretion is advised. Moving right on, it showed a shot of Andy's house at dawn when it cut to Annie's room. Woody was on the shelf sleeping that Andy's mom put him in after Andy accidentally ripped his arm. Just then, the Davis' car rolled in through the window, getting Woody's attention. Yeehaw! Ride him, cowboy! Andy whooped as heard in the film itself. He's back, Woody asked himself, noticing Andy. He then looked down at the rest of the toys and called out, Hey, everybody! Andy's back! He's back early from cowboy camp! On the ground were Mr. Potato Head, Rocky, Slinky, and Rex playing cards, getting Woody's attention. Him next to the door shouted, Places, everybody! Andy's coming! All the toys scattered around the room to find their usual places. Woody heard Andy's footsteps, approaching upstairs so he became motionless. Andy burst into his room, riding a wooden hobby horse, humming a Lone Ranger theme as usual heard in the movie. He then stepped up to the shelf and spotted Woody on the shelf. Hey, Woody, do you miss me? Andy said his usual dialogue in the film. He then snatched Woody off and swung him around until he stopped and noticing something. Oh, I forgot, Andy moaned, noticing a rip on Woody's arm. You're broken, he said as he tugged at the arm. Andy then moved Woody away from him and said his same line from the film, but it shifted to a distorted filter like heard in foreign dubs of the scene. I don't want to play with you anymore. I got chills down my spine hearing that distorted filter. Andy then loosened his grip and let go of Woody in slow motion. It showed a worm's eye view of Woody falling towards the camera as the image behind him stretched out. He fell on a pile of cards that the toys were playing earlier, and then went to an empty sea of flying cards, but the background was in a shade of crimson red rather than the blue-teal background. Woody then fell through a larger card, but it was ignited in flames. What am I watching right now? I said under my breath. Woody then fell through a spotlight and into the empty dustbin. It then cut to a shot of Woody lying in the dustbin full of mismatched toy arms as seen in the movie. However, the arms were faintly stained in blood. Woody regained movement and noticed he was in the dustbin. He jumped up and out of the dustbin to run. The arms extended like a tentacle and shot at Woody, grabbed him by the ankle and pulled him into the air. They swung around the empty dark area before Andy's distorted echoing voice said off-screen, This is your new home. Hope you have a good time there. It showed a first-person shot of Woody being flung around as he can be heard screaming. It cut back to Woody continuing being swung around until the arms swung him down to the bin. It showed another first-person shot of Woody falling into the bin as a hole opened up. He landed on the rough ground. The floor was tiled in black and white. He put his hat back on and went to look around. Nice of you to visit, cowboy, a voice whispered. Woody darted his eyes around frantically, wondering where that voice came from. It showed a shot of a back view of Woody. Just then, a mismatched arm did pop up out of nowhere and wrap around Woody's neck to strangle him. I could hear Woody choking watching that horrible scene. More mismatched arms raised up in front of him. We're the broken toys. Nobody loves playing with any broken toy, which means that we don't function properly. You're one of us now. We always obeyed the master who will throw us away. The toys whispered, revealing to be the mysterious voice. A dustbin then grew from the ground around Woody and more arms sprouted out around him. No, Andy! No! No! Andy! No! Pleaded Woody as heard in the final film. As he tried to unclasp the arm around his neck, the arm just clasped back onto his neck and the arm started pulling him down the dustbin as Woody's chokes could still be heard. Just then, it showed a white circle from a worm's eye view shot and Andy approached in front of it, but he had a zombie-like appearance as his eyes were bloodshot and his skin was pale. Bye, Woody, Andy said sadly, looking for his dustbin as heard in the film itself. It showed a bird's eye view shot of Woody getting pulled down as he was almost submerged in the pile of arms. Woody cried, No, no, Andy! Andy then closed the lid. It showed a black screen after he did that. I was expecting something else to happen. Just then, the silence was interrupted by a scream that belonged to Woody. The screaming continued until it showed an image of Woody lying on the ground, motionless. His broken arm was torn off. He was missing his eyes. One of his boots was pulled off. His mouth was agape, and he was lying on a bloody puddle. Side note, toys cannot bleed, but the blood obviously came from the arms since they were blood-stained. There were screams fading in slowly as the screen zoomed in on his face, but not long after it showed a scene that came from the final movie. Woody is screaming, waking up, which frightened me, which is really a jump scare, and it grabs her air. Right before the scene he met Wheezy, then the video ended. After Woody's corpse, I rushed to the bathroom and vomited straight into the toilet. I posted it to YouTube, so I deleted this file so no one could ever have their childhoods ruined. I've had a lot of nightmares about the video clip. I hallucinated Woody's lifeless face staring at me. The animator who made that scrap animation of Woody's nightmare from Toy Story 2 must be sued. I haven't watched a Toy Story video, nor looked up an image after what I just saw. Later that night, I have some nightmare for garbage mismatched toys killing me at the same way of Woody's body in the dustbin, and another one of Woody screaming, just like Woody we got from his nightmare, aka Woody screaming at the camera in my face. Never ever click suspicious links of deleted scenes from the movie. So that was Toy Story 2, Woody's Nightmare deleted version. And that was a pretty good creepypasta, you know? Possibly in the same rank as the Madagascar alternate ending creepypasta. You know, it's just the more unseemly side, you know, like whole, you know, that one scene from Toy Story 2 is kind of a bit disturbing, you know, even and as always now. But damn, you know, despite the whole cliche with whole bloodstains on stuff and you know, creepy voices and bloody corpse shot of a bloody corpse and such, but this is actually a rather good creepypasta, you know. Like almost in the same rank as the Madagascar alternate ending creepypasta, so yeah. Well, guys, I hope you're gonna enjoy this video, and I don't have anything else to say about this creepypasta, but it was a rather good one. So have a nice day, and I won't be back for making new videos until next week, or sometime around Labor Day for the first channel. So stick around on something on Labor Day I'm gonna release. So bye bye.